Yay Media Group.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Cornelius.
Hey, y'all, it's Heather.
We back in this thing.
We back, baby.
Yo, we been outside.
We've been outside for like 2 months.
We outside.
We've been outside for
We
2 months.
outside. We outside.
We've been outside. Yeah, and I'm so thankful because I started planning this trip, in December. I got a whim. I was talking to my girlfriend who lives in Thailand, Juliet, and I was like, oh my gosh, we want to go. My daughter's talking about going to Tokyo. I want to go to Italy, but let's just do Tokyo. And then I Googled to see what was nearby. I was like, wait, Thailand's pretty close. It's like 6 hours. I'm like, babe, let's go to Thailand.
And you know me. I'm like,
But he doesn't know I booked that day.
You booked that day?
I booked that day. I booked everything that day. I am the type of wife if you give me a yes, even if it's a mumbled yes, I had the whole itinerary planned.
Mumbled.
You mumbled. You were like, I mean, I guess. I don't care. I mean, you probably thought we were going to look into it.
Yeah, I thought we
No.
we're going to have another conversation about this.
Nope,
and
you
we're
said
gonna-
yes, and that's
we're
it.
gonna flesh it out a little bit later on. And
There's no fleshing because we were 6 months out. So pretty much in the summers, I look at it like I keep hearing, oh, you only have so many summers with your kids. But I don't look at it like that. I feel like we have a lifetime with our babies because we're so intentional with our children. We've really slowed down our schedule. We're really intentional about spending time with them. And I feel like, they're going to want to go on summer vacations with us, right? And summer trips. But Logan is really big with football. And I know when he gets to high school, he won't be able to leave for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So we just decided to plan a 3-week trip.
Yeah, it was longer than that. It was like 3.5 weeks.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, it was like we went from LA to Tokyo, which was like 11 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And then we landed in Tokyo that night.
Mm-hmm.
And then the airport from the hotel was like an hour. So we finally got to the hotel. We stayed in Tokyo for 10 days.
10 days.
Then we went from Tokyo to Bangkok, which was 6 hours. And then we stayed in Bangkok for 5 days. Mm-hmm. Then we went from Bangkok to Phuket, which was like an hour flight. And we stayed in Phuket for 7 days or 8 days.
It was 9.
9 days?
Yeah, because that's the island. We did 2 cities back to back. So we did Bangkok and Tokyo back to back. So I figured we needed a rest. And we really did.
Yeah.
I mean, there was days where we just laid around and
there was nothing to do. I mean, unless you're like a beach person, unless you're like,
well, we did go to PP Island.
I'm not.
It was amazing. The prettiest water ever. It was like goals. Ooh, a time here.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I'm not a beach person. I'm not an island person. I'm not an outside person. Put it like that. And so we left PPI. We left Phuket.
Yeah.
Went back to Tokyo, and then after Tokyo we came back home. Then the next week, my wife.
I took my daughter to New York City as a mommy-daughter trip. I'm going to spend a few days in New York City, then came back for a day, packed, unpacked, and then went to Miami with my boo for a week.
But while she was in New York, I took the boys and we went to Joshua Tree for a trip. So that was interesting, going camping with the boys. And then like a day later, we left and my wife and I went to Miami. And we were in Miami for 7 days, 6 days?
Yes.
We finally got back from Miami, and what the heck did we do? Oh, we got back from Miami, and then we had some friends who flew in from Atlanta, and so we went and we stayed in Newport Beach with them for the weekend. So it was like,
it was a really great week.
We've been like outside.
Yeah.
But I think the important thing is like being able to realize like life doesn't like you're not getting any younger.
Yeah.
And everybody is like, well, I want to do this, I want to do that, but when are you going to actually get up and go? And that's the thing. Like we worked while we were away and stuff like that. Yeah. So I mean, when you realize like, hey, you gotta get into this thing. You gotta really work and you gotta really go. Like it's very important for you to be able to put aside those things which need to be put aside. Really focus on the stuff you need to focus on and get going so you can also be outside.
I think the reality is we're obviously not getting younger, right? You said that. But I feel like when we get to a certain age, we're not going to want to travel as much, right? Because you're exhausted and tired. Like I was talking to my grandma and grandpa. They're in their 90s. They're like, oh, we don't travel anymore.
Oh, yeah.
My mom's in her 80s. She's like, we're not getting on planes anymore. She said, it's too exhausting on my body. And I honestly hate the way the system is set up. You work 9 to 5 until you're, 59 and a half. And then the average age is 77 in men, 72 in men, 77 in women.
For death?
Yeah. So it's like you might or may not have 10 years to enjoy your life. Your kids are all older and you might say, well, I don't know what to do. I don't have any money. Look, first step is we need a budget, friend. Do you have a budget? Do you know where your money's going? And then after that, are you investing? Does your money have legs? Like, where is your money, right? Are you tied to so much debt that you can't enjoy your life? We're preparing for our trip next year for summer 2026. And I'm sharing on the Busy Trader, my stock page. I'm trading for it. We're up 7,500, babe, for that trip, right? Now, I've calculated it. We're going all out for this one, right? But I'm showing the world like, hey, I'm preparing for next summer's trip. I want to go all out. And life is truly but a vapor. It is. So I want to enjoy my time here. I don't want to spend my whole life bogged down in work. The whole hustle culture is trash. Yeah. And I feel like we grew up with this idea that we have to work nonstop and stress out and burn out. No, people are dying that are our age of heart attack, strokes, cardiac arrest, and they're our age. And it's just like, we're in our 40s and I feel like we're just getting started. And so it used to be a thing where let's just go to, let's just go to Hawaii or let's just go to, Cabo. And it's like, no. Let's explore the world.
Yeah.
Let's take our kids out. And it's so cool because I watch our kids' confidence grow when we get on those planes. Now they speak up. When they want things, they speak up and they say what they want. They can pick up the phone. They can call down. Hey, can you come change the air filters? I need another pillow. If you know me, I change every air filter at every hotel. That is the first thing I do.
She does.
And they're sick of me, but you know what? The person after me, you're welcome because your air's clean because of me, right? And sometimes those air filters are so nasty, but everybody has their own individual one. But I watch the kids grow in confidence just by being on the road. And it doesn't have to be expensive. You might say, oh, the $7,000 you have would cover my whole trip. It doesn't have to be pricey. We're just bougie.
Yeah, that part. But then I think too, being with the kids for 3.5 weeks on the trip, it brought our family together.
It did. It really did.
I watched my kids. I watched them grow up before my eyes. I watched their personalities kind of change and watched their personalities evolve and saw how different they were from each other. And we had time to annoy each other. We had time to celebrate each other. I learned about my oldest son that he really enjoys his own space.
Oh, yeah.
To the point where we would all leave the room and he would stay in the room by himself because he wanted to play his PS5.
He wanted alone time from us.
He wanted alone time. And you know what? And we gave it to him. And we thought, this is healthy for him because this is what he wants. And I remember at one point, I think we was in Bangkok, and you were like, "I'm really concerned because he's not leaving the room."
I was so concerned.
And I don't know if the thing you said, I don't know if he's having a fun trip.
Yeah.
And I want to make sure he has a fun trip.
Yeah.
And I remember saying to you, your fun and his fun are two different things. Because if I was him, I would be doing the same thing he would be doing. Everybody leave. I said the only reason why I'm outside is because I have a bit of a responsibility because I'm your husband. And then I got 2 other kids who also like to be outside. So now I got to be a protector of everybody else who wants to be outside. But if it was just me, I would be in the room.
Me and the 2 youngest, we like to be outside.
They love to be outside.
Love to be
adventurous. Wake up and it's dude, they sit up. They sit up like the Undertaker. Doom. Hey, let's go to breakfast. We're gonna be at breakfast at 7:00. Doom. Hey, let's go to the mall. Doom. Hey, let's go to the movies. Every day needs to be like something, but it was being able to spend that time. I know you can get that time at a dinner table. You can get that time, while you're doing homework. You can get that time on weekends. But I think being able to be in another location where it's just you and your kids or you and your spouse or you and your family, it gives you an opportunity to just be able to have fun together, to laugh together. Like we went kayaking.
We did.
And and
That was interesting.
I knew it was a disaster when my daughter and my oldest son got into. They love each other, but they're siblings. They don't get along. And I knew it was going to be a disaster, and it was. As soon as Logan, their canoe went over the
rope.
line. It went over the rope
in the Indian Ocean.
And so my daughter freaks out. Oh my God, and I can't swim. And I'm on a paddle board.
And I'm paddling over there.
I'm on a paddle board.
Roman in the front.
I'm coming. And Logan's like, dude, everybody calm down.
And he's like, guys, it's fine.
He's like, Taylor, I'm going to get us back over. She's,
So the crazy thing is they had it roped off for swimmers, not the kayak. Boats were allowed to go past the rope. But she freaked out. She just had a total meltdown.
Yeah, she had a total meltdown.
Yeah, but it was still fun outside of that. It was such good memories. Like, I got to kayak in the Indian Ocean with my family. Like, there was just so many cool memories. We went to Fifi Island, even though a couple of my family members threw up on the way there.
I am a couple of the family members.
He is.
It was the worst. It was the worst trip.
Oh my, that is so extreme. Oh my gosh.
That boat ride, none of the boat ride was enjoyable. The boat ride wasn't enjoyable. The fact that when we got dropped off, they made us walk to the original yacht.
Babe.
That wasn't tough. That wasn't hard for you.
No, it was an experience. It was beautiful. So I'm the more adventurous one, as you can tell. So
Fifi Island was covered in mosquitoes.
Baby, what was good about it?
About what? Fifi Island?
Yes.
Absolutely nothing. They could burn the whole island to the ground.
Baby, don't say that. People can be from there.
What,
We
Fifi
don't
Island?
want it to burn down. No.
What? There's nothing exciting about Fifi Island. Say what you want.
So
I
there's
don't care.
other little
It was
islands
my
that we
experience.
stopped at
Terrible.
along the way that was beautiful. But again, it was a really cool experience. And it's cool to see who is adventurous and likes to be outside and who likes to be inside. But that's fine. Like, it wasn't a thing. We were on the boat and he was complaining. And I was like, hey, you want to stay in the boat because I'm getting off? And he looked at me super stressed. Why are you getting off? And I was like, I'm getting off because I didn't come all the way across the world to sit on this boat with you. So I'm getting off, but I'll be fine.
No, I can't. But it wasn't just her. It was like the kids wanted to get off.
Yeah, we all got. We're like, bye, Dad.
Everybody except Logan, because Logan and I we were sick. Like Logan and I was sick. Like Logan was like, oh, Daddy,
He threw up a couple times.
So that part was difficult. But at that point, it was like, okay, we got to go. But I didn't realize they were going to take us from the yacht to longboats.
Yeah.
So we got in these longboats.
Yeah.
That, oh my gosh. But
then we got off and went to this little island that was beautiful. And I knew once we got on land, which is what they needed, we can get some snacks and different things like that. But it was an experience.
Yeah, because my wife decided, we're going to walk. I think it was you and Taylor, right?
Yeah.
Who decided we're going to walk over here and go
to the
ocean
yeah.
the ocean and see the water and blah, blah, blah. And so Logan, and Roman, we sat down with the snacks because we're just trying to get our stomachs to settle for a little bit. And
Roman was the only one who didn't. Me and Roman were the only ones that didn't have like motion sickness.
Yeah. But then like sitting there, everybody complained because the mosquitoes were like they just attacked us. And finally we saw you guys. Like, all right, let's go back. They put us back on another longboat, which then took us back to the yacht, and then we got safe. We went safely back to the island, and then it was a lot. That was a lot.
You can't complain if you're in Thailand, though. Yes, you literally cannot complain. You're in Thailand, babe.
Yes, you can. You can complain. But nonetheless,
people would dream about going to Phuket and getting on a boat and being sick. Think about that.
Well,
just
God
saying.
bless you in your dream. But nonetheless, I mean, like just to experience the culture in different places and to, I don't know, to be able to experience that with your family. Like Taylor and I, one thing about it, when we land in a different place, we're not just going to experience the culture. We're going to consume it. Like Taylor and I, we was legit walking around Japan like we were Japanese.
Taylor researched. I don't know about you, but she'd be in the back seat talking about konnichiwa.
Yeah.
Like she will go on Google Translate for 2 weeks and study the language and go there so she can be prepared.
We did it together because Taylor was like, so how do you say this? I was like, arigato. And she was like, arigato. So every time we left the hotel, they was like, arigato. arigato. It was like, arigato. And it was like, well, here we would say thank you very much or whatever. And it was like, arigato gozaimasu, arigato gozaimasu. So Taylor, every time she said, arigato gozaimasu. Then we got to, when we got to Thailand, when we got to Bangkok, we realized we couldn't say arigato anymore because we're not in Tokyo. So then it was like, dang. What is it? Sarikap. So now we're speaking Thai like Sarikap, but she had to say Sarika because ka and ka. But so it was different. But Taylor and I, we assumed the whole culture. We're like, what do y'all eat? Like, what do y'all do? Like, let's have fun with this. But I never would have known that about my daughter if we had not been placed in that situation to unless we did. I mean, we needed to go outside together.
But it's core memories. So maybe you're listening, you're like, okay, I can't afford Thailand or whatever. All right. So create your budget, right? You need to be investing your money. You need to be paying off debt, all the things. Make your money work for you. Get another skill, whether it's like Uber Eats, DoorDash, whatever. Just hustle. Figure out like some type of hustle. I know I just talked about the hustle culture, but you have to get to a point where, you've paid off your debt and you're investing. And then just make a plan for next year. Just say, next year, I'm going to take my family the next state over. We're just going to start small. Maybe we're going to go camping. Yeah, that's what we did. That's what we did in the beginning. We drove to Alabama, I think.
Yeah, we was living in Mississippi at the time, and we really couldn't afford too much. So
we couldn't afford no flights or nothing.
We packed a bag, and we went to Alabama.
We just drove.
Birmingham. We just drove to Alabama.
Fun.
And I think it was a website or something that you use.
It was Hotels Tonight,
where you can get a mystery hotel. You paid $15 for a night for it.
It was like 90 or 100.
Oh, it was like 90? Oh,
yeah.
Well, I thought it was 15. But anyway, you get like a mystery hotel. They don't tell you the hotel it is until after you buy it. And it was an A-loft. It was an A-loft in Birmingham.
Nice. It was chill.
And so we didn't, and we like walked around the mall. We window shopped.
Yep.
And then we went and we stopped at a barbecue joint. Then we got some food. And the next day we just woke up and we left and we went back. We drove back to Jackson. So it was like, it was what we could afford, is what we could do, and that's what we did.
And it's crazy because that was like 15 years ago. And to this day, I remember the hotel. I remember how it looked when I walked in. Like, it's a core memory for me because we were stuck in that little one-bedroom, tiny apartment, and we just did something sporadic. And I feel like that's the same with kids, doing something like a core memory, right? I know this couple online, they have like a SUV, and they just packed up, went in the car, and they went to they went camping as a family, and they camped out in the car, right? So he doesn't like camping, but this family loves camping. So they went hiking, they did all the things, and their daughter was like, "This is the best trip of my entire life." So it doesn't have to be huge. It doesn't it can be free, but the idea is make time for your family, right? Your kids are growing up fast. You're not getting any younger, even if you don't have a family. And you're, solo, book that solo trip.
Yeah,
go somewhere, try something new, experience the world. When I was over there, I'm like looking in Thailand at properties. I was actually looking the other day at properties in Thailand. I know he doesn't love Thailand as much, but I actually really loved it there. And I love the islands. And I wouldn't mind us having a place there. And I was looking, there's so many beachfront, beautiful homes for like less than 300,000. I was like, what? This is a dream, So,
and people do it all the time. We met one guy at the airport, Ahmad, and remember the young guy?
He was 18.
He was 18 years old, and we met. We were in Bangkok, and we were leaving we were in Phuket. No, where were we at? We was in Phuket.
I don't remember.
And we was in Bangkok. We was in Bangkok, and we were getting ready to fly back to Tokyo, which he was getting ready to fly to Tokyo as well. And the reason Bangkok was like his third or fourth place of going to. And then he was like, after that, he was on his way to Tokyo. And from Tokyo, he was flying to Turkey. He was going to be in Istanbul. And he's like, I'll be there for a week. And then after Istanbul, he was going somewhere else. And after that, he was going somewhere else.
Hostels.
He just stays at hostels. And he's like, I'm young. He's like, I'm in college right now. He's like, but, I like to travel.
I want to be a pilot.
I explore.
I'm just traveling the world.
And it was just like, man,
budget.
like, dude, even for Logan to hear that. And Logan was like, when can I start doing that? And it was like, well, we don't know. It comes to maturity level here. But I think it's good to even be able, for Logan to even be able to look at that and say, man, this is a possibility that I can be able to travel the world and have a good time and have fun.
I think we've ruined our kids, though. Like business class.
Oh yeah, the kids have been
hotels.
ruined.
They're
But I
ruined.
think you know, taking this even a step further, because I feel like it's those individuals who may hear something like this and be like, but that's good that y'all can do this. But the system itself, babe, is so messed up where the idea of being able to do something like this with your family is difficult to fathom. And I think it's something we could talk about next week.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We thank y'all so much for joining us, man. Introduces. We out
Yay Media Group.